Just letting you guys know there is a new podcast episode out right now. We're talking about Jeffree Star in the massive insider article that came out last week that got washed over by his boyfriend drama. This is serious. We're breaking it all down. Go check it out. Link in the bio for my second channel that you can listen on, or you can listen on any streaming platform that you listen to podcasts on. Love you guys. Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. You guys, we have some serious Trisha Paytas versus Jaclyn Hill drama today, and I never expected these two to really be in drama, but we're still talking about the podcast episode that Trisha did on September 17th. Literally, guys, almost a month ago, Trisha did this podcast with her sister titled Canceled Jaclyn Hill, Addison Rae, and Tana Mojo. I recapped it on my channel, but if you guys don't know, what occurred in this video is she basically went through each one of these girls and said things that she did not like about them, and in Jaclyn in particular, I also covered the drama between the two of them in the Sunday special, but things have escalated, so I'll give you a little recap. In this, Trisha said that Jaclyn was a B, and she seemed really upset because Jaclyn told her ex-husband John while he was hanging out with Trisha. I don't know if you guys know, but at one point in time, Trisha was hanging out with John Hill, Jaclyn Hill's ex-husband. They were getting really close, if you know what I mean. And Jaclyn told John that Jeffree Star was talking bad about Trisha and John and saying that they were trash and disgusting, and Trisha did not like that. She was like, why is Jaclyn saying that stuff to you? Why is she saying that about Jeffree? Like, that's just, I don't know. I feel like get mad at Jeffree for saying that, but anyways, she was mad at Jaclyn, and I think she probably thought that Jaclyn was just saying that because Jaclyn was upset that the two of them were hanging out and not that Jeffree was actually saying bad stuff about her. But obviously now we know that Trisha does not like Jeffree because she realized that Jeffree does talk bad about her to her face and behind her back. So I don't know if at the time she just didn't believe that Jeffree did that, but anyways, now she does. But she's still mad at Jaclyn. Then she said that Jaclyn has a new boyfriend and he has a YouTube channel and he's embarrassing and the channel is embarrassing and she hate watches the channel. Then she accused Jaclyn Hill of cheating on her ex-husband John Hill with his best friend. And this quote best friend is Jaclyn's current boyfriend, Jordan. So Trisha and her sister are the one in this podcast, and Trisha is explaining to her sister that there's photos of Jordan and John together, and why would you want to get together with your ex's best friend? That just seems so wrong and it's just weird. And so Trisha says that Jaclyn tries to say that they were already separated when they got together, but Trisha still says, you know, that's still really weird and messed up. Well, you guys, Jaclyn came out with the response last week when she filmed an Assumptions About Me. She hadn't filmed in a very long time, but I feel like the reason why she did this was because of the whole Trisha thing. It was truly a response to her, because one of the questions that she was asked during this Assumptions About Me was, you cheated on John with his best friend Jordan. I'm sorry, I love you though. And she said this was a very sensitive question and she's heard these rumors before, especially when she first got together with Jordan. She was super upset at first and people were always questioning her character, and she even went as far as to screenshot everything she had on her phone at the time when she started seeing Jordan, just to have all this proof and receipts and dates and times of when they first started talking so that she could debunk everything and prove like she was not with John at the time of her starting to talk to Jordan. And then she was like, no, like, why am I doing this? And she didn't end up coming out with all these receipts and stuff because she says she didn't cheat and she was just upset that people didn't believe her. And then she said that she did admit that she understood why people assumed that she cheated on John with Jordan, because she got together with Jordan so quickly following the video where she announced she was getting a divorce. And it was kind of like a bye on to the next. That's the words that she used. And she said that the timeline, it's just so obvious that she cheated, right? Except nobody knew the actual timeline of her divorce. So she went into detail in this video. She says that she announced her divorce and her ex had already been done and moved on and out of the house for 6 months prior to when she posted the video saying that she was getting a divorce. And she said that he had even come over on New Year's Eve, even though he was living at a hotel at the time because they were in the process of getting getting a divorce. He came over for a photo for Snapchat to make people think that they were celebrating together because they just didn't want the public to know that they weren't living together or celebrating together. But she had already told her family, her parents, before Christmas that they were getting a divorce. And she did not tell the world until June of the next year. And she said she understood why the timeline looked messy, but cheating was not an issue that occurred between her and John, and it wasn't the reason why her marriage was ending, and that she had gotten together with Jordan afterwards. But like Trisha says, even though like you got together with him after you're supposedly separated, her sister was like, okay, but you're not actually divorced. And Trisha comes back with, but like really like his best friend. And Jaclyn says that she was upset that people were calling Jordan John's best friend. She said it drove her insane, and that she thinks that best friends are people that you like grow up with and you're super, super close with, and that it doesn't matter if they were like friends or worked together at one point in time, but they were not besties like that. And she said that John had met Jordan at the studio that he was working at, and Jaclyn and John hired Jordan at one point in time to film and edit for them. He came over to the house, but at that time there was like no attraction between the two of them, nothing past work related stuff. But she says that after the divorce, she said they casually started talking about filming, and next thing you know, there was some interest, and she said she pursued him. And she says that being called a cheater is not fun when you pride yourself on being loyal, even if you're miserable. So, you guys, the tea is that Trisha has now come out on her story and said that Jaclyn is out here throwing out lawsuits. She's got her lawyer trying to sue people for talking about her.
And guess what? You can't sue someone for talking about you if you're a public figure. You post those photos, boo-boo. You parade your boyfriend around, boo-boo. You set the timeline, boo-boo. Jaclyn Hill threatening to sue people I know because I talked about her in a video.
At first, I really thought that she was trying to say that Jaclyn was trying to sue because of this cheating story, and it honestly is what I thought in the beginning, that the reason why Jaclyn was going to be suing people, not Trisha, but people that Trisha knew. And Trisha kept saying like, why are you suing all the small people? Like, come for me, get your fancy lawyers to sue me.
Sue me. Bring those expensive fancy lawyers to me. I'm just going by what I see, girl. Just threatening the little guys behind the scenes. Come for me, Jaclyn.
So Trisha's like here asking for the lawsuit, so it has to be about something that Trisha has talked about. And it has to be about something recent, because why would she wait forever to just randomly throw out these random lawsuits? There's definitely a reason, and I believe the reason just from all of Trisha's Instagram stories. At first I thought it was about the cheating, but that doesn't make sense. She would target Trisha directly. If it was something her sister said in the podcast, I swear Trisha would definitely be vocal about that. I just feel like she would be like, why are you suing my sister? So I feel like her and Jaclyn have mutual friends, because Trisha said it does not have to do with any of Jaclyn's exes. So I don't think that she's doing one of her ex-boyfriends.
This is not about her ex-husband, who she is her ex-husband, but clarify this has nothing to do with any of her exes, and she should be thankful that they're a lot classier than me. And
I think she must just be suing a different mutual friend that the two of them have, that recently must have told Trisha that Jaclyn was saying all this really nasty stuff about her, probably because Jaclyn saw the video that Trisha made about her. I don't know if this was maybe before that, and that's why Trisha made that video talking bad about Jaclyn and Addison and Tana, but I guess Jaclyn had talked poorly about Trisha to this person or multiple people, and they had signed NDAs. So when they went back and told Trisha, and Trisha was very vocal about things that Jaclyn has said about her behind her back, Jaclyn's now like, okay, well, you signed an NDA. Why did you tell Trisha? I'm going to sue you. That's pretty much the best version of the story I think I can give you guys.
I don't forget. And you keep talking about me, saying Trisha just needs to shut her mouth. As you're a public figure, so I don't have to. I just stand up for myself. Nobody really does that. I stand up for myself and my friends and my family, and that's it. I think she can control people by being like, oh, they signed an NDA. I've never had anyone in my life sign an NDA. Because what you hiding?
It seems like Jaclyn is mad that Trisha is currently talking about her, and it seems like Trisha is mad that Jaclyn once talked about her and is now talking about her again because Trisha made a video. So this is some seriously just random drama, but I think it all really just sparked from that one podcast that Trisha did where she was like, you know what, Jaclyn Hill, I don't really like her, and she has hairy lipsticks. And that is something that Trisha mentioned, that Jaclyn was really mad that Trisha said that she had hairy lipsticks, and Trisha was just like, don't make hairy lipstick. This shade, and Trisha just has no filter. So
anyways, these pumpkin pies are so good.
Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about this entire situation, this whole lawsuit. It seems very messy and just weird and random, but let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.